system colleges which help students for building their careers. Today we have the privilege of learning from Dr. Rajapadhyay's wealth of knowledge and experience which undoubtedly bridges the gap between psychology and real world applications. I'm sure we are all eager to delve into our psychology session and gain valuable insights from our esteemed guest. Now I request Dr. Nagesh Rajapadhyay sir to start the session.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for a kind introduction. Uh, and thanks for inviting me to this session. This is a second in the series, and I hope students you have attended the last session. Maybe for those who have not, I will give my brief introduction from my side. As she mentioned, I did PhD in physics and then started my career as a ISRO scientist, a senior scientist in ISRO. At that time, ISRO did not have as much resources that it has today. I was being a scientist, I was struggling for getting the quarter, and I wish I had got that quarter, because if they had given me that, I would have never left ISRO. But it did not happen, and somehow I was on personal front also facing some financial crunches, and that's the reason I decided to move over to IT. Changed one or two companies, and then finally settled into Accenture, the multinational IT company that you are well aware of. And I spent 17 long years in that company. The last role that I had was very interesting. It was an innovation lead. Okay, so to drive innovation program across all the centers of Accenture, and that is where I first time got in touch with this subject called psychology, because I had to change the mindset of the people. We, by and large, in India, the people are known for their execution skills, but they are, at least in the IT companies, they were not so much involved in innovation, generating new ideas and solutions for the clients. And that's why it's almost 5 years back, I'm telling you, where the organization thought that we should put some special efforts in creating innovation capabilities. And that is a task which was given to me. So changing mindset, is is like dealing with the people's mind, a very interesting role. And that's why, after retirement, I thought I should be focusing in this area. So just to recap, and for those who were not present, and even those who were present, but we always need some refreshments and reconnections to the topic that we covered last time. So I know, friends, I know your pain. Being a student, you get a lot of pressure. You get pressures from all the sides. To study, to do more in academics, to get the marks and everything. And what I realized is, we do everything else than what is required. So we will do everything else, but we will not probably focus on the fundamental processes involved in learning a new piece of information. And this is just a recap. I'm not going to go in the details, because we have seen that, when we learn a new information, you all are learning various subjects. So when you learn a new information, if you consider this as a brain, okay, and there are two external factors. One is the motivation, and the second is a mind wellness. So if the motivation is not there to learn that information, then you may have the best IQ in the world, but nothing will go inside. And same goes with the mind wellness. If the mind is not sound, then again you have challenges in absorbing the information in the brain. So given that these two things are good, and we will talk about this mind wellness in length in this lecture, because we are going to talk about the internet addiction, and we know that internet addiction is one kind of mind unwellness, and we will see that in detail. But assume that if these two things are okay, then when the information goes inside, these are the fundamental blocks of our brain which are helping us
And we know
to
that
absorb that
internet addiction
information.
is
For example, there is
one
a
kind of
attention.
mind
Are
unwellness,
you
and we will see that in
distracted?
detail. But
Somebody is
assume
talking to you,
that
but
are
if
you
these two
watching
things are
outside the window,
okay, then when the
then nothing
information
will
goes
go in the brain.
inside,
So that's the attention.
these are the fundamental
Second thing is,
blocks of our brain,
inhibition
which
control. Like
you are in a noisy place, but still you have to listen to what you are supposed to. That's how much capability you have to discard the noise and focus on something that you want to learn is the second thing. Third is a short term memory. Then you hold the information for some time, you process that information, then you there is a logic and reasoning, that the test that we had taken last time. So the logic and reasoning is like an intelligence, you can call that as intelligence, but it is like your problem solving capability or your ability to analyze the information. And this is individual, each of us have different abilities. In fact, each of us have different abilities in all these aspects. Somebody may be very good in the memory, somebody may be extremely good in the processing speed, but we have to see where are we lacking, where is the scope for us to improve in one of these fundamental processes, so that our learning becomes better. Automatically it will reflect into the good marks and all that. So if I recollect, we had given the test of logic and reasoning to you, which the test name was problem solving test, and it tested two things, and I think you must have got the reports in your hand by now. I will just show you for a while, how that report looks like, just for for you to help to interpret that report. So this is how it looks like. It has got, of course, your information on the top. Then we had asked some questions regarding the attention. Attention is one of the wheel, the fundamental block, as we already talked about it. So it tells you whether you have a difficulty. But mind you, this test which was given to you for attention